Test. Check, check.
One day you'll remember.
Shut up. That day will not be today.
Nope. Hey, Missy Dog.
See what I call this?
What?
Hold on.
Huh?
Testing.
Testing. Well, I don't know.
Do you see what I called the stream?
No, where is it? Sentencing. I thought it was suspect.
That's stupid.
But it's suspect because we don't normally do Saturdays.
I know, that's why I came up with a better title. Not subpoena, but sentencing.
I know, I thought suspect was better than
Well,
subpoena.
you're wrong. Not better than subpoena. Nothing's better than subpoena.
Well, yeah, I mean, whatever. Better than doing subpoena twice is what I meant.
I didn't do subpoena twice. It's your line.
I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is!
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga.
Let's go blow his cover right now. That's cool.
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. It nearly stopped, I hope.
No, it stopped all the way.
I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board this ship.
Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector.
Oh my god, he's our gumshoe!
If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask.
I didn't want him. I feel bad. I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. So, what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm so sorry.
Hmm?
This is all my fault. I take full responsibility.
For what? Am I not being loud enough?
Huh?
Am I not being loud enough?
No, it's something else. I'm not being loud enough.
Oh. Be louder!
My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard.
Ooh. Yeah, you sucked at that.
It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated.
Why were they anticipating that? Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility?
I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventuality.
This is incredible.
I don't believe it. Kazuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort.
Long's here.
Oh, hey, Long. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board. From morning until night, every day.
Okay, so that's...
What?
No, I mean, that is super creepy, one. You know, like, stalkers are the kind of people who say that. And two, how the fuck did you not know that What's-His-Face was here then?
But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin. Not here on the first-class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result.
Yep.
I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize.
Inspector.
So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word.
Tell them I didn't do it. Or I guess permission to investigate is good too. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves.
I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer.
Of course not!
We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yeah, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin.
I'm sorry.
What?
You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two.
I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. And he's Russian.
Would it be possible To give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to.
But I don't see how.
There may be a way.
What, really?
Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence, Naruhodo-san. By presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession.
Evidence?
Why are you trying to procrastinate anyways?
Yeah. I'm all in favor of procrastination.
It's just the same as when you're in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Simply select the present panel and choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use.
So, evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yeah, I think I might know what we can use. Let's see if I can present the detective with evidence he needs to persuade the captain.
That was your phone.
That was me? No, it's not. My phone's... Oh, yes, it is here. Oops. Alright. Well, so yeah, well... Did we find out? We didn't find out what that... Oh, wardrobe. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he spied that in the vent. Do that.
What's that?
It's Kazuma's diary.
Just before he died, Kazuma-sama wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, "What looks like some kind of speckled band is dingling from the ventilator grill." You know, before the stream, I typed in Google something like lawyer terms, and then they had an alphabetical list, and I went to S.
That's what I did.
Oh, cheater.
What?
A speckled band. That is strange.
Yeah, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that, but what I'd like to know is...
Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins the next door cabin.
That's right. So, if we can investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was.
Alright then.
What?
I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove these handcuffs, though.
But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders?
I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asugi-san safe. This is the least I can do.
Yeah, thank you.
Let's seize the moment then, Naruhodo-san.
Carpe diem.
Just select move and we can leave this cabin at last.
Alright, let's see what we can find out.
Cabin on the SS Bordia in scene of the
What
crime.
that means, Russian?
Might not mean anything. Kazuma was occupying this cabin for the voyage to Britain along with me as a stowaway. Check it. Oh, boy. 9th January, 7:48 a.m. SS Buria, first class cabin. Passageway.
Storm. It means storm in Russian. It's also, funny enough, the name of a supersonic intercontinental cruise missile. That wasn't developed until 1954. So, I mean, in world, it wasn't named after the cruise missile, but still.
What's that thing? It looks like a mousetrap or something, but big, way too big.
Yeah, that's weird. Whew. Finally out of that cabin. I bet it's Shlom's thing.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah, that guy. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. Less spacious out here than I thought it would be. That's the most luxurious accommodation. Dude, you're on a fucking boat.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation and steerage.
Really? That must be awful. Surprised, like, 2 people could probably... Oh. Oh! Look over there! That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he's sitting down.
The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose, like people in handcuffs?
Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already.
He spent all of that time in a cupboard. Well, yeah, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been trapped inside that little wardrobe.
It must have been a very trying time for you.
Please don't give me that pitying look. Look at the ship protocols. I want to know the ship protocols. That's a huge book on top of a table there. And there's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it?
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. Can you even read it? And nothing. No reaction at all. Thought you might appreciate the compliment. Such a sassy asshole. Of course he's Phoenix's
I'm not
ancestor.
sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably, that means there was nothing to report. Aw, I wanted to, like, I wish there were, like, little things about, I don't know, ship etiquette. Why does that guy have a streak across his face? That's not just me, right?
No, it's got 3 of them.
Yeah, why?
I don't know.
Excuse me, but can I ask you something?
You little stowaway murderer!
Oh my god, no! That wasn't a good start, was it?
Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but can I perhaps ask something of you? You little third-class lady's maid!
He's Russian.
Oh,
We seem to have caught the sailor on a bad day, Sato-san.
you want to do the sailor?
Well, I guess. I don't know.
Yell at me then. Jeez.
I can't do a Russian accent. I don't know.
Just do like, Louisiana or something.
I can't do any accents. I am not a sailor. My mother gave me a name.
My
mother gave me
names.
name. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go, okay. I am senior crewman. Biff.
Beef stroganoff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Biff. Stroganoff. Woof. Best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area. Here we are, in finest part of Korea steamship, for a very important person. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean. A stroganoff is not animal. Thank you.
If I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied?
That duh.
I don't know.
Chisato-san, did you understand that? That was correct.
It sounded like da? I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no.
It's yes. Genius! Seriously, such a sassy bitch. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Well, it sounds like there's somebody in the next door cabin at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing.
Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. What's that?
I don't know.
A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in a lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh.
Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
I was kind of presuming, yeah. Well, I was gonna presume wealthy, racist, and white, but I suppose racist kind of covers that already. That is not your business. Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin. Or even felt like there's anyone in there.
Oh, man. Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right?
That is not your business. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Duh, all time. So criminals. Why? You cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
It's just sad about student boy.
Semen stroking off. Where's form of
Stroganoff is not soup. Excuse me. Were you on watch last night as well? Of course. And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual? Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand Cyrillic. Sato-san, did you understand that? It was clear. Oh, that's you. No, I mean,
It was clearly a no.
well, yeah, but it's not a soup because it's like it's its own thing. It is pasta with sauce on it, is what it is. Otherwise, pasta sauce would be soup. I don't think spaghetti and meatballs count as soup. Shut up.
Say anything.
Sauce is not soup. Sauce is sauce. It's an entirely separate designation of stuff. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all. And you didn't hear any strange noises? Or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no! Mostly what it is. It's not a technical definition. It's a definition based on general societal consensus and sensibility. It's like how we call it's like how fruit and vegetable have like, or well, not vegetable, it's fruits have like a botanical meaning, but we still call tomatoes fruits or vegetables because they fit with other vegetable flavors. It's a sauce is this particular designated kind of thing that really has a wishy-washy meaning based on culture rather than actual dictionary definition. Well, yeah, okay, soup can be sauce too, technically. Oh, hot dogs are totally sandwiches. The problem that I found with the sandwich related thing is, what if you cut a bagel in half the wrong way, not lengthways, but like, and put peanut butter in there, filling around 2 pieces of bread, but it's not really a sandwich. Sorry, come on, shut up.
What do you mean? Come on, it's
Well,
your
yeah,
line.
but it's not like this sandwich. It's like this sandwich. Sorry. Bagel sandwich is for flat pieces of bread, not entire pieces of bagel. I'm not so sure. Are donuts with filling sandwiches? I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there.
No, it's just listening to Leon.
Shut up!
The
This is why I need this. This is why I need the signs, so I can sit, so I can have silence. I'm planning on that one, by the way. This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh, it is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. Yeah, all right. Yes, all right. Bulkhead to second class area, staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. Yeah, I understand. Lobster whistles on the top of the mountain? I wonder if that's a real thing.
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Sure. Definitely.
I wish it would put a check mark or something over
Maybe
things we looked
you
at.
have to look through it again? That book on the top of the table there is really huge. Does it come with a tube? Yeah, so let's see if it's new.
Yes, I'm sure that's the ship's log.
Shall we have a little look through it? Oh yeah, so it is just all the same thing.
Make it go faster. Okay. Now it has a check mark. That's weird.
It is.
That's the way to the second class area of the ship.
It is it is an actual saying in Russian that translates to that. That's really fun.
Is something wrong?
I was thinking about making a run for it, just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me.
I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
A little bit. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. The Russian version of make a mountain out of a molehill is to make an elephant out of a fly. I like that a lot better. Sorry. This looks like a plan of the SS Beria. It shows each deck, look.
The Beria is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? Displacement.
Sea. Oh,
What?
It said the sea, not the
Oh.
ocean.
Whatever.
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
It is?
Well, consider the Japanese archipelago.
The islands of Japan.
Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the
No.
sea since the gods created them.
They don't float. The islands don't float. They don't float. Well, I suppose so. No, they don't. That's not how they work. They live on an island. People have been using boats forever. What do you mean the islands float? What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Well, this I have to see.
What are you doing, Naruhodo-san? You mustn't touch it.
But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
There's no way that fucking little bell actually drops the anchor or anything. I wish everything would just stop. This ship included.
If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. A trap for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Let me see. Yes, I think that's what is called cheese. It's made from the milk of cows.
The Japanese do have cheese? Cheese. I wonder what that tastes like. What?
You can't eat it, Naruhodo-san. The trap will snap shut on your fingers.
Really? But... I suppose you're right.
You weren't actually going to try it, were you?
Yeah, absolutely. All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later.
First class cabin number 1. Yeah, that's our cabin.
Not our cabin. It's Kazuma-sama's.
Why did I think that we were in that cabin?
Here, ding dong.
Sorry.
Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin.
You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? Small as the
Oh.
wardrobe, something.
Sorry.
Small as the wardrobe, I've been calling home.
These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabbage and steerage is number 539, by the way.
$500 and... How many cabins are there? This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that. He saw a speckled band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery? Let's ask. 19th century means 18 something something, right? So this is actually just when cheese
No
was,
answer.
was starting to go mainstream. So they didn't. It didn't get mainstream
Okay.
cheese until the late 19th century.
We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
How annoying.
Ah!
What was that? It came from inside the cabin.
Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman.
Oh god, I bet it was Holmes. Stand aside! Oh. Okay, yeah. Alright.
Stand aside.
Oh god!
I'm about to break the door
Where
down.
the fuck did she even come from?
Mr. Soames. I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking in doors off the hinges.
What?
Please, wait, Mr. Soames. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
Just open it, you dum-dum.
It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick?
I think we should go in. We should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Oh my god. What?
9th January, SS Burdia, first class cabin number 2.
Whoa!
Who are you?
No, he had a high-pitched scream. A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream?
A woman! Don't be absurd! As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin.
True. This old man does appear to be the only person here. But in that case, he just screamed.
Get out, all of you! Now!
Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimsby Roylott, I believe.
Yes, that's me. And you are...
I'm the one and only, the actual Sherlock Holmes. You've heard of me, no doubt.
No.
I am a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the cover of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you,
Oh my
you may trust me
God.
completely.
The man uses that magazine like a business card.
A detective. I do not trust detectives.
And he's Russian, of course he doesn't.
We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there would appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small travelling case?
What? Don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Travelling inside one's trunk.
Don't look at me!
Do you think he's like a puppeteer?
Oh my! Did you see that, Mr. Naruhodo?
Who?
Roylott.
Maybe. Yeah? The cage just shook? You mean like puppeteer, like...
Like, it's a puppet in there and he's gonna go...
Oh. No, I don't think so.
Leave! Now! Otherwise I call the steward.
So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Roylott. His no doubt about it. A strange Russian man is hiding something.
I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. Last night.
Sorry, Mr. Roylott, I was looking up his name. We'd like to talk to you about something. He's a Sherlock Holmes character. Oh.
I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now.
This is gonna go terribly!
This is
Going terribly.
We're not getting anywhere here.
I agree. But there may be someone else who can help? What? Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Mr. Roylott, we'd like to talk to you about something.
No!
I think this is just the same thing until we do the thing. Oh my god. Why is...
Okay.
Why? I feel kind of disappointed. I feel like I definitely should have been more familiar with Sherlock Holmes.
What do you think you're doing?
Jesus Christ.
This is my cabin. Get out!
You gotta talk to Holmes.
Can we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps?
No!
What a pity. I think we're out of luck.
I think you're right.
There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do.
I agree, but there may be someone else who could help. Perhaps that great detective. Do you have a moment, please, Mr. Holmes?
You need only address me as Soames.
That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Holmes, what were you doing in there?
Why, I was resting, of course.
Who the fuck is this guy?
Resting? Indeed. I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh. And it would seem that hour is upon us now. The time has come.
His music's really good, though.
Am I mistaken?
Well, no, actually, you're spot on. For once.
Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret?
Torture?
Why, the truth, of course.
That's funny.
Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians.
Right.
Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he got so closely is exposed?
Stabby?
Would you like to witness it?
Got a pair of scissors and everything.
Oh, yes, please.
God.
Well then, what you're about to see may well astound you. For I'm about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you?
What?
From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness?
I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you. Or anyone. Yeah, music is great.
That's right. And Mr. Soames, I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on a first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment.
Oh!
Shh. I must have complete silence.
I think that's actually a Sherlock Holmes quote.
It probably is.
What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that?
Oh, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now.
Hmm?
There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions.
What do you mean?
Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear.
He's also got a paper in his pocket.
Pocket, yeah.
Or you not.
Ugh.
And number two, the utter conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing the most gravest crime.
Yeah, it is a Sherlock Holmes
Beneath
quote.
that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realise you have been discovered. Does it not?
Ugh.
Oh, Naruhodo-san. I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes.
That was a great deduction.
Nothing can deceive Mr. Sholmes. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person.
What? What ineffable twaddle.
Oh yes, I read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand.
I bet you
She's so happy. This is like a dream come true.
anything that he's not even Russian. I can hardly believe it, but all the colors streaming from Mr. Roylott's face. Looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right.
How could you?
How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Very well then. I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together.
Oh no.
The great deduction.
The game is afoot.
Oh no.
Topic one. Old man's identity.
Yeah.
Deduction.
So, the dubious-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place, is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now, we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper. In particular, the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary.
It kind of looks like, oh my gosh, sort of, a little bit.
In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Violin Bolshevik Flees Russia via Shanghai.
Oh.
As you
You're-
cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted your article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Violin Bolshevik.
Her identity is as villain. Villain. Not villain. Villain. Bolshevik.
Oh.
Okay.
Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Is he
Yeah.
calling him a Bolshevik? A revolutionary on the run.
Wrongdoing. Oh, man.
Now, as for my second conclusion. You are at this very moment on the brink of committing a most gravest crime.
Ugh.
And the proof of this crime? Over there.
On the hook?
Oh yes, Mr. Warlock. He's pointing to the baggage thingy.
The
Trunk. Whatever
Oh.
you call it. Suitcase. Taking unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you say?
Ugh.
And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth.
6 foot far left. Marks is fast. Will you stop it? Good lord. Faction that overthrew the Tsars, but they call them Bolshevik. Oh, maybe it is.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. Furtive glance. A proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that travelling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare.
No, I refuse.
What could you possibly be considering aside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady perhaps. One slight enough to fit therein.
Don't be absurd.
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in a travelling case? Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your callous coup de duel betrays you. Why did I suddenly go whoosh?
I think
we need
French
Indy to tell
word.
us what it is.
Yeah, I mean, your callous coup de duel betrays you.
Okay.
OEIL.
Stroke of the eye. It's a glance.
Ah.
Your careless glance.
Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your travelling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. For there is another, more stimulating article.
The ballerina.
If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page.
Oh, the ballerina's in the trunk?
A now prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai.
Maybe he's trying to help her, like, get her out of whatever trouble she's in.
Or something, I don't know.
Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova.
Conclusion: kidnapping of a young ballerina.
Ding.
A name that rings a bell?
Thus concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemensky.
It means elementary. in Russian. I assume.
Elemensky.
Okay, so that was actually mildly competent. I'm
In an
concerned.
incompetent way.
Well, I mean... Susato-san? That was one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it?
Yeah, Pavlov is the one with the dogs. Oh, Pavlova.
Oh, yep.
Nikolina, according to the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova.
That's not really what he was trying to do, though. I mean, he was, but it wasn't about conditioning the experiments. The experiments were literally about collecting dog saliva. It was, yeah. They were also terrible and horrible. Don't ever look it up. It's horrifying.
The stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow.
Excuse me, Mr. Oh. The girl does all of his fucking deductions, that's why. Iris, she's not here yet, but that's why. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes. Could you come over here a moment? Oh, I mean, we did stuff about the conditioning in a class before too, but I didn't learn until very recently that was absolutely not the point of the experiments. And then I was very sad.
Pray, what can I do for you?
It's about your deductions. Would you mind? No, I mean, they definitely, absolutely, positively are, but...
Not at all. Go on.
Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... These two men look nothing like each other.
Oh, yes. I recall a discussion earlier. At the time, I believe I told you that the man is a revolutionary. Well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
Oh wait, didn't he accuse us of being a revolutionary?
I thought so.
Yeah.
In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr.
Yeah.
Roylott does look more like this man than you do.
That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina?
Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
She's a ballerina, though. Not just at first glance. It is too small. Clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child in that case, even if you pushed really hard.
I don't suppose
No.
the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she?
No.
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. Dehydrated.
No. I didn't know. How could I? How old is she?
15.
Oh, 15.
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would
That's
be
not how that
poking out
works.
from the case.
If you're a contortionist, you can fit into it. If you're a contortionist and like 5'2"-ish, 5'2"-ish.
I mean,
well, yeah.
dehydrated, cremated, for example.
Well, I mean, the case moves, so presumably something in there is moving. But if you're a contortionist and you're thin and about like 5'2" or so, you can fit into a standard size backpack. So, I mean, I wouldn't actually put it past a ballerina for that being technically possible, if unlikely.
Some years ago,
This is way before cell phones were a thing.
I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain litheness in their bodies.
Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear. You might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes.
Ugh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Oh, it's always funny when you get to be the...
Well, these are all tilted too. All the stuff on the shelf.
In fact, I think they're tilted in exactly the same manner the other one is. Almost like they reused the background.
I know that, but
No, I know, but
you said only the one room fell over or something.
I didn't say that.
This game feels more like getting through it is on rails.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a visual novel. Of course, it's yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I said. I said it's a visual novel, and Indy's like, "Oh, she didn't see it as a visual novel," but I'm like, "Yeah, I'm pretty sure."
No,
it
yeah,
is.
yeah. No, it is. It's absolutely yeah. It's a visual novel. It's entirely on rails. The closest they ever came to not being on rails is the unconventional game Over. You know, because if you're in court and you run out of like check marks, you just start at the last point you saved at. But there were 2 different opportunities at the very end of Dual Destinies that you could inadvertently, if you messed up at 2 particular points in time, you would get a game over, but with a sad ending kind of thing. And then it would just do the standard thing and reset you back to where your last save was. So yeah, you can, yeah, you can. It's all on rails.
I mean, what would an open world or sandbox attorney's visual novel look like, anyways?
Avery Attorney. It would look like Avery Attorney.
Never played it. But...
Well, yeah, but we should do it next. But that's exactly what it is. It's more open. There's multiple things. Wait, I was gonna say one more thing. This one is so far on rails that there is literally an autoplay button, and you can just watch it like a movie.
Hi, Indy.
Hi.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Shulm's deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's watching a movie.
Where he directs his attention and his logic that seem a little off.
Yeah. Your idea of a little, maybe a little off itself, Miss Susato.
It's just 1 or 2 keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think?
Oh, that's gonna be fun. Switch some keywords in his deductions. Okay, I like this gimmick. This is cool. Yeah.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Shulm's great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind.
What? Dude, what? This man is a lot of work.
At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me.
It's not that funny.
Oh, and you, my good fellow.
Sorry.
It's been a stretch.
Take a moment to look at your wrists.
You are missing Shulm's, but he's the whole point of the hilarity. My wrists. Whoa!
Where are your handcuffs?
Oh my guys, what the? I mean, yeah, you really could. We do get characters talking to themselves in later games, actually. Actually, that's... I said that! How did...
I didn't actually say it, but that's...
I did!
I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction.
I don't believe it.
Mr. Shulms, you are a marvel! And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished.
How would you like that if I went and stuck my
I
finger
would
like...
punch your face
an inch?
repeatedly. Repeatedly. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
She's like 2 inches from her face.
Mhm.
So, let us begin. Elections is proud to present is Logic and Reasoning Spectacular.
So, based on other Ace Attorney games...
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes.
Oh my god. I like that. Based on other Ace Attorney games, he's probably most definitely gonna wind up being more than a long-running gag. Whether or not that makes him less annoying, but Ace Attorney games have this habit of hitting onto like actually meaningful, serious topics and like serious points with just a ridiculous degree of over-the-topness. So
This is simple to solve. I love him, so eat it. Anyways.
well, I like him too, but he's
So,
definitely
the
annoying.
dervish-looking Russian Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches your eye in the first place.
I know this is a repeat, but
Yeah.
Is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want to do with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face.
a coupon in the pocket. It's a newspaper.
Yeah, it's a newspaper.
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away. Okay, I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard?
No, I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. Doesn't quite sit right with me though.
Doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Roylott either.
Which means, I suppose, that the direction is wrong. Let's try to switch keyword here. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Let's try to switch a keyword here, Naruto-san, and see if it helps matters.
Alright, but how?
I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Roylott.
I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on.
Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better,
Then what?
then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands, Naruto-san.
Yeah, and Sholmes will take all the credit. Why am I the one to do something about this? Well, anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Roulette really going to use those enormous shears for?
You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the blank you sport.
Copious beard.
Okay, copious beard, the cat. It's got to be something on him.
Well, yeah, so you're going...
I'm just
Can you go
checking.
down further? Coat buttons? Maybe. I don't know. Do the coat buttons. I don't know. Why would you cut the coat buttons off? Why would you cut the hat off, though?
Why would you cut the coat buttons off?
You needed them for something. If this is a disguise. Oh,
What?
I think it was press coat buttons. It's a coat button.
Yes!
For years, you have lived in the icy climate of your homeland, wearing that thick coat for sport. For so many years, in fact, something terrible has happened. Forgotten how to undo buttons.
I'm thinking this wasn't the
I'm
right
thinking
answer.
that was not the correct option. Now, in the warmth of this cabin, you find yourself sweltering and desperate to remove your outer layer. No!
What precisely was your intention with that, Mr. Naruto?
Just following the natural progression of the deduction. Sometimes the truth hurts.
Well, the truth is, you did not have to turn for observation or deduction. Did that hurt?
Oh my god! Yes? A lot? So it's the beard?
You're on the
Or
verge of
the
using-
hat? Why would you cut that off?
I mean, maybe it was, but it can't be
There
the
wasn't
beard,
anything
right?
else, yeah.
It's a clue.
You can't. Oh, possibility. That's easy to say, but... Alright, let's see if we can work it out. If it wasn't his beard, what was the man thinking of cutting? So not the button. The hat?
You just cut away the blank you sport. I can't select his glasses. Not that that would make sense.
Yeah.
The cat. I can't. Nothing else is highlighted. Coat, beard, coat buttons. I mean, let's just do hat
Yeah.
because
a very thick hat, isn't it?
Ah, that's a secret you see, Naruhodo-san. Don't you know?
Secret? What?
Well, before we left Japan, I took some time to study various foreign countries. Russia is a land of unimaginable cold. Stop. And a thick hat is the secret to keeping warm. Without one, I read that your brain would freeze.
That's not how that works.
That was just one of the many fascinating snippets of information. Oh, mother, not Russia.
I think maybe you picked the wrong book there.
Oh, why did it change? This beard. It's a cat. Coat buttons. I still can't.
I think. Oh.
Oh!
Golden. Oh! Yeah, that's.
Is he the ballerina?
Yep. That's why I thought the coat buttons had to come off, because he was taking off in disguise. But yeah, that's the ballerina.
I just randomly pressed the D-pad and it moved, and I didn't see it tell us to.
I don't think
I know
you
it
could
said
do it
look from
before.
all angles and
Yeah.
something like that, but.
I don't think you could do that before. I think you had to hit the hat. Click the hat
I
first.
don't know. I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't.
Well, you didn't lose a thing
Well, anyways,
this time.
read your line.
What's this?
It looks like a cascade of stunning golden locks.
No. The color is not the point. The point is, what's it doing on the back of Mr. Rurlot's head? And how's it growing out from underneath his thick black hair?
Then what's in the case? Well, yes, that's true. So it's stunningly beautiful and stunningly surprising.
Oh, you can't go to the court record. I was gonna guess, did she have a dog or something? That's what I was gonna guess. I was gonna guess a dog. Something's definitely not right here.
Correction.
Present.
Oh,
Yes!
present.
Oh my god! You're on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport.
Indeed.
Oh my god.
You have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose.
Oh my god. Oh, good lord.
Such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man.
You're not a man at all! You're a woman, and judging from the length and shape of your hair,
One still very much in her youth.
Oh no!
should, I don't know.
This was that. I'm trying to think of what Russian sound. She's Russian though, right?
She is Russian, yeah.
Oh. It's hard when you can't see what they look like.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on.
Literally all the female Russian voices I know come from crime dramas that you don't watch, so.
I can just do like a Southern Belle, but I can't think of what it is.
I mean,
I need
you
a
could-
phrase. I'm drawing a blank.
Uh,
Lotta Heart, what would she say?
Tarnation?
What in tarnation?
Oh god!
If only I had managed to cut off my hair,
Oh,
no one would have
no.
suspected.
She's Russian!
Where to? The question then begged is this. Why would you decide to rid yourself of these magnificent looks? Daggum. Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Answer needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is an article
No.
about the revolutionary.
Well, that was a shock. I had no idea the old man was really a young woman in disguise as you. What? Why are you staring at me like that?
Yes, it was a surprise, Naruhodo-san. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Sorry?
You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts of Mr. Sholmes.
I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. It's strictly business, not something.
I didn't do that.
Yes, I understand. Say no more.
Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholm's deduction, shall we? The evidence that he's picked out doesn't fit the facts at all now.
Oh, that's true. Given that Mr. Roylott is actually a woman.
Exactly, he, or rather she, can't possibly be this merciless revolutionary.
I suppose it's because deduction as a whole, the deduction as a whole has taken a different direction now.
Yes.
Let's switch the evidence for something else. Something that fits the facts as we now understand them.
For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. Philip's like either read or heard of a young woman in a situation like that recently. Alright, I'll do my best. Like maybe 10 seconds ago, when we were talking about the Russian girl, he may be kidnapped, but actually ain't kidnapped and actually is. That one.
Yes!
The evidence that reveals your true identity, I love the staging of this, is great, is of course the article about the ballerina.
Oh, Troy! You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovich Ballet disappears from Shanghai. It will appear we are finally able to address you by your true name.
What's her name? Yeah, because your true identity is that of the Novovich Ballet's prima ballerina.
Miss Nikolina Pavlova.
Oh yeah, it's definitely gotta be a dog in that suitcase.
There, gummit. Oh. Wait.
She's 15. Poor kid.
You're right.
Oh my god.
My real name is Nina. I mean, Nikolina Pavlova.
Oh my god, don't do that.
But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone.
No, stop.
You have something against people from the South? A ballerina on the run.
Yeah, I have something against weird southern accents used for a 15-year-old Russian ballerina.
Leon's a Louisianaist.
Now, as for my second conclusion.
I'm a Louisianaist? Does that mean I would favor people from Louisiana?
It's a classic Georgia accent.
You are at this very moment on the brink of committing most gravest crime.
Maybe not Russia, Georgia. That's true. I got Georgia, just the wrong one.
Isn't Georgia a whole fucking country? Do they speak Russian in Georgia?
You said Georgia, you didn't say which one.
I didn't say Georgia at all, I said Russian!
That is the joke. Good job.
You're so dumb.
And the proof of this crime over there. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let the eye stray, you say?
Georgia was a Russian state when it was the USSR. Georgia's a former Soviet Socialist Republic.
Yep. That's what I'm just reading right now, so yes, I do speak
And
Russian.
I assure you, the eye speaks so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth.
Except for when the mouth is telling me the true thing.
The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. He keeps saying that. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case.
This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly, she can't be inside that traveling case as well.
We're still solving a murder, just a little bit, box within the box. A snack in the box.
Why
Do not
do
open
you,
the snack box.
you wanted us to solve one crime at a time? You came to the wrong video game stream.
Oh, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all.
In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing?
Danger noodle container. Open
Yup.
it not.
No, there's a dog inside there. Huh. I can see I'm gonna have to step in and fix the great detective's mistake again.
I'm gonna go with fox. It's a fox.
A
You
fox?
seem to look pleased, Naruhodo-san. Do you like the idea of another chance to dance around with Mr.
Oh
Sholmes?
God. Stop it. Anyway, there must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to.
Proof. So we can't do the traveling case, I guess.
No.
Oh wait, what does it say? What did she glance at that's evidence of her crime?
Oh, the tiara. Right. Wow, look at this dazzling tiara.
I've never seen anything like it. Are those real diamonds, do you think?
There's a fox in the box and a danger noodle in your lug doodle
What's a lug doodle?
luggage. I don't know. And a tiara in the cara.
There should be another syllable.
Oh, Naruhodo-san, try it on.
What? Me? This ain't usually girls who wear tiaras. Wouldn't you like to try it on?
Like a caboodle, but not just for jewelry.
Oh no, I couldn't possibly. It's far too beautiful.
That's so cute. Why does this tiara look familiar? I feel like I've seen it somewhere recently. Like perhaps 5 seconds ago when I looked at the newspaper article of the ballerina with a fucking tiara on her head.
Stop.
They're
I
stupid.
found out I can use the right stick to move as
Good.
well as the pad.
Well, you gotta click
Click what?
the tiara. It's definitely
I thought
the
we
tiara.
just did.
Well, click it again. Oh, you have to present. Why?
Yes!
The proof of your crime is surely this tiara.
Ah,
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by sorry.
I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the Novibits Ballet. Is it not? Indeed. It will appear to be identical to the tiara pictured here in this newspaper
You're
article.
running away. Why would you bring that thing with you?
And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles.
Oh, that's why.
In summary,
For money to fund the defection. The crime you have committed is theft and defection.
oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe unlawfully, taking their precious tiara with you. Oh!
It's 278 bucks.
Oh, thank you for doing that conversion.
I have no one, no family, no friends. I'm all alone, and I need money.
There's also $278 around the turn of the century. You know, like in.
But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say, an Earl of Prussia? It belongs to me.
This girl is only 15 years old and she's run away all by herself. She must have been extremely lonely, sorry. Stop using that horrible accent with her. She's a nice girl.
All right, I will tell you.
Wow!
What?
You really hate Southerners, don't you?
What are you talking about?
Horrible accent because she's a nice girl She doesn't deserve such a horrible accent.
It's not because it's a southern accent, it's because you're making it horrible. The problem is not with the southern part, the problem is with you.
But it's okay with Sholmes.
Because he's a dipshit.
Indy's siding with you, and I'm not excited about it. The new reader.
I can't do a Russian accent either.
And I can, since when?
Better than I can. You did fine when she was an old man.
Just never ends, does it?
Oh my god, wait. I can actually say this. I don't hate Southerners. Some of my family are Southerners.
Oh god.
It's actually technically true, but
Anyways.
mostly I wanted to use it for the joke.
Uh,
That's the thing that... Well, I mean, that's the point. Is that that's always the thing that everybody tells you whenever they're being accused of...
I'm trying to just ignore
Okay. Stuff and stuff.
Alright, I will tell you everything. There's no point to hiding it now.
I think it's Russian as something else.
I
It's
don't
pretty
know
good.
how to do
No,
Russian.
stop! Well, let me finish the rest of the sentence and say that's pretty good! Gosh!
Come. Let us not be hasty.
Yeah, say that to yourself.
What?
I don't know how to do Brooklyn either. Indy does a great Brooklyn.
That's cool.
There remains one unsolved mystery about you.
And Joyzy.
Joy.
Mr. Wee, what you mean?
Oh, I can't. Jersey. I don't know Jersey Girl either. Pavi. That's Pavi.
Get in the
Jersey is the
car.
accent you always make fun of me for when I say things.
The ball against the ball, and we all.
Yeah, that one.
Mr. Wee, what do you mean? I can't. I can't. It's not. Smucklocks.
Mr. Wee, what do you mean? You have staunchly refused to open this travelling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it remain closed.
Oh, okay.
Is that not so, Miss Pavlova?
I should probably do her voice. I just can't think of a way to do her voice.
My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with
I mean,
me.
I could do just
Nothing escapes my attention.
no accent.
How about normal? No, sorry. Indy's trying to put us to sleep. Sorry.
Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case, even before I have ever laid eyes on them.
Sure you did.
Dear me. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless coup de whale betrays you.
There's that word again. The
The
whale.
glance.
Oh.
Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer.
That's like the fourth time he said further.
I know. It's because he doesn't know any other words. It's like Sebastian de Best.
Yes. The reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the books on the shelf.
He's completely changed tack with his introduction now.
I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you?
Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all of this? This is what Phoenix is like to other people. Except in his head.
They loved it. They loved every part of it.
It's just a wild guess, surely.
Oh, do you think so?
Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her.
Yes, that's true, but still. Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself.
Yeah, or Edgeworth's POV, more likely.
Who's the victim in this case? Cinderblock or Mia.
or this is what is this? This is his ID card. It even tells you that my name is Phoenix Wright. You didn't know that before? Nope. Thanks, Phoenix. Literally, he got amnesia. He got amnesia for a whole case, and nothing changed. He had absolutely no idea who he was, who his assistant was, who the judge or the attorneys were, who his client was. Nothing. Total empty brain. Nothing. And it was exactly the same as if he was normal. And nobody noticed that he didn't have his memories until that one moment where he said he didn't know his name. And then everybody just sort of brushed it off as, oh, it's just Phoenix being Phoenix. Ha ha.
You're lying.
Then there has to be another reason why she won't open her case, and must be somewhere in the same area that her gaze was involuntarily drawn.
I agree. That's the only answer.
Whatever she has hidden inside that case should be revealed by following her gaze in the direction of the bookshelf.
Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is books.
Well, I mean, maybe the picture.
Well, we can.
Well,
Like, do this?
Yeah.
And that's not presenting it.
right.
This is a charming little picture, isn't it?
What is it? Someone climbing a steep mountainside?
Or descending one, it seems to me.
And even on the flat sea for a while, maybe you start hills and mountains and everything. I was gonna say it's that one.
These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Buria. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden.
That one. Kojo's dog. There was exactly the same notice in our cabin too.
I'm still going with a 5.
It's not a fox. I wonder what happens if you break the rules.
Oh dear. I'm sure the punishment would be severe, Naruhodo-san. You'd probably be left adrift in the freezing cold ocean, Jesus. Or shut inside a tiny wardrobe for days on end.
So, I've actually been serving time for weeks now, have I?
Yes!
Can you fucking imagine Edgeworth doing this with Holmes, though? Holmes. Like, he would just be like, okay, I need to go actually shoot myself this time. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case is written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. And here he is, save the day.
And so, that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel.
There's a cat.
That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its
He's gonna say
contents.
weapon.
Hi.
She has a cat or a duck or a chicken. No.
As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. I don't think that's true.
Which leaves but one possibility, Miss Pavlova. Inside your traveling case.
Are we gonna do it together? Oh God!
Is the last...
You gotta read with me.
Is the last item... Listen.
Sorry, as for... Are we gonna go all the way back to the... Okay, let's do the beginning, okay? Ready? Go.
Is the last item listed as forbidden in the vessel's rules of passage? A pet.
Maybe a swan hat.
Oh yeah! I was gonna say, I wanted to bring up the thingy thing. Well, I make fun of the U.S. attorney for having animals in the courtroom, but at one point in time, the U.S. government literally sued a statue. Like an actual statue. There were reasons for it and why they technically sued the statue and not the owner of the statue, but it happened.
From murder to kidnapping to having a cat. Shoot her now!
Oh, clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I'm not Grimsby Roylott. What? You were getting her a terrible thing! My real name is Nikolina Pavlova. Everything you said was correct.
You escorted during Royal Ballet Company's performances in order to escape your homeland?
When this conversation is over, we need to stop so I can go play D&D.
Later that same night, you still aboard this vessel.
Which couldn't have been easy. Berea is a huge steamship with a vast crew. She really have snuck on board without being noticed? You did!
In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman.
I don't know, she did a whole lot fucking better than Naruhodo did. I mean, nobody figured her out.
And you
for 2
intend to
weeks.
sever all links with your past by severing your long hair.
Yeah, 'cause that'll work.
I don't know if it would.
That's why the sarcasm.
Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave her alone.
So, if it was just you about to cut off your own hair, who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? I mean, obviously it was her, I just don't know why.
That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally.
Not like a full set of pipes, if you ask me. I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say, disgust myself? So no one will recognize me.
As a result, you transform yourself into that questionable old man? I see.
Are we talking in bad English or bad Japanese?
I don't know, you're just reading your lines.
I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw the newspaper. Right on the page, there was a picture. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearance completely, they would find me. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hands and...
At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door.
Annoying for her or for you?
Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things certainly happen like that from time to time.
Are those two even talking about the same thing?
There's just one more thing I'd like to know.
What's in the fucking case?
What exactly do you have inside your traveling case?
You were right. It is my dear friend inside, my only friend in the whole world. Please, don't tell anyone if the captain finds out. If you say to any of the crew...
Your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, you must tell us in as much detail as you can muster about the event of last night.
Yes, alright, I will tell you.
Well, Mr. Naruhodo, wasn't it something? Mr. Shum's great deduction?
That wasn't... It was certainly something, yes. I'm just not entirely sure what. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible.
Indeed, it is incredible. Oh, and one more thing.
Oh? Yes? What?
Observe your wrists.
Oh my god. My... Ah!
Your hands are cuffed again.
So he's shit at deductions, but at least he's a good like, pickpocket. What? But how?
True to my word, I restore your shackles.
Ugh, when? And why? It's so he can only have the shackles off for when he does the pointing.
There's still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruto. I'm sorry to say, it can't be hoped at the moment.
And can it really?
Anyway, let's just know what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled man that Kazuma-sama wrote about in his diary really was.
Okay,
there we go.
Here. We stop here.
I said there we go.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Christ on a cracker.
I thought you said here we go, as in we're continuing.
Jesus Christ on a stick.
Shush. That's not good for grilling.
Huh?
It's not good for grilling.
Okay.
Person on a stick is not good for grilling. It's too big.
Have you not heard of skewers before?
That's what the on a stick means!
You're welcome.
If you do that again, I will punch you.
More brilliant deduction.
No. God,
Anyway.
imagine Edgeworth hanging out with clones, though. Like, imagine that. Imagine he would just... Imagine fucking clones, like, trampling all over the crime scenes they've gone through. Oh, man.
Yeah, close enough.
I mean... Do skewers by its fundamental nature, do skewers have to go through things, or can things just be tied to them and they still count as skewers?
Well, in the case of the crucifix, people were put through that skewer.
Well, I thought you were pinned to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
if
like
the
it wasn't
crucifix-
like the person wasn't put stuck on the skewer, like the skewer goes up like the
Up their
crust-
butt?
Yeah, didn't go all the way through them. Yeah.
Crucifix.
Like it didn't go all the way through him, so
Vlad
it's
the
not skewer
Impaler.
like that. Oh yeah, but
Anyways.
yeah, so I don't think so I don't think it counts as a skewer if you're tied to it and not
Okay.
skewered by it.
You good now?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for all putting up with this bullshittery. Insanity.
Shush, we're awesome.
Thanks for being here, Long and Indy, and Sainted Lord who came by. I don't
Oh.
remember if anyone else did, but
Nobody else. did
anybody
for
else who
one.
checked in. Hell yeah,
Maybe.
wouldn't miss it. But we should be back tomorrow for the
Subpoena
normal.
Sunday. Maybe I'll listen to Russian people talking.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I should too.
I really should learn to do more voices.
Anyways, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.